of both Vaidhi and Rag. And if she speaks something while smiling gently, thereby revealing the brilliance of the rows of her beautiful pearl-like teeth, then what significance will the oyster of liberation have? O Shamasundar, O you whose head is adorned with peacock feathers, whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose murli flute enchants the mind, and who are most expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O ocean of mercy, please make me a kinkari maidservant at the feet of your beloved. You are the Lord of the life of the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, and you are like a bee, always eager to taste the nectar of her lotus-like face. O Rasikendra, Shekhar, foremost of those who are Rasik, who are situated at the feet of Srimati Radhika, I worship you. O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan, who enchants the minds of all, taking a piece of straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved Sri Radha be my dear worshipful goddess, birth after birth. So first of all, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shri Srimad, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shri Srimad, Srila Bhakti Vedanta, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates, and to all the assembled devotees, and to the assembled devotees. Well, actually there are none here, but they are somewhere. The assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus, who are my Shiksha Gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Ban Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanta Maharaj. So, I would like to know, Haridas gave the class yesterday on the topic of Nistha. Do you know how far he got?
I wasn't here.
Who was here? Do you know how far he got?
Like 2 pages.
He mostly spoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to Trinata Beast nature.
That's the first verse on the first page. Oh, because it's a big topic. Important to know. One of the most important topics to know. So that is the chapter we're on. Tritiya means 3. You came just in time, Nitai.
I'm listening in the kitchen.
Oh, great, fantastic. Tritiya Yam Sadhan. What does sadhan mean? Not everything is sadhan. When one engages his all his senses and his mind and the sentiments of his heart in the service of Krishna or Radha Krishna with or in the 9 processes of devotional service, hearing, chanting, remembering, and so on, with the express purpose of attaining bhav, which is the potentiality, eternal potentiality of sadhan, That is the definition of sadhana. It's not something, bhav bhakti, and then the next thing is prem bhakti, is not something that comes from outside. It's already living within the heart, but it's awakened by the process of sadhana. Only when that's the aim. If you're in your car and you don't have an aim of coming to this temple, then you won't get here. You'll get somewhere. Prabhupada wrote a letter to somebody who at that time was not initiated by him, but who later became initiated by him, that without initiation, one is sitting on a boat without a rudder. The rudder steers the boat to somewhere. Without the rudder, the boat just goes like that. So, Tritiya means 3, Yam means time. This is the third time of the day for Radha and Krishna's 24-hour-a-day pastimes. It's the third time of the day for one practicing Bhakti Yoga who wants to get to the finish line. The first is what? Nishanta Lila, which means Shraddha, the beginning faith and the culminating faith as well. And then the second time of the day is Anartha-nivritti. Anartha-nivritti and, well, wait a minute, this is the third time. The second time of the day is Anartha-nivritti. And the third time of the day is when a lot of anarthas are gone, enough to impel you to be steady no matter what's happening. And it's the third set of 2. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's one set. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So it's that set of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And it's the third verse of Sri Shikshastakam, which is Mahaprabhu's glorification of the holy name, which is, as Haridas Prabhu mentioned yesterday, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarodapi Saishnuna Amanina Manadina Kirtaniya Sadahari. So thinking himself to be even lower and more worthless than an insignificant piece of grass that has been trampled beneath everyone's feet. Being more tolerant than a tree, being prideless, and offering all respects to others. So prideless means not wanting to keep respect for ourselves. We have no pride that why doesn't somebody offer obeisances to me? Why should I offer obeisances unconditionally to others? Of course it's according to their respective position. I'm not going to offer everybody the same kind of obeisances, as we learn from the 5th verse of Upadeshamrit. One should offer obeisances in the mind to the neophyte. One should offer obeisances with the body and cooperate with those who are initiated and engaged in serving under the guidance of a bona fide guru, and offer my whole self, my body, mind, soul, everything, to the first-class devotee, the Uttama Adhikari, who is always engaged in Sri Krishna bhajan, who's a servant of Radha and Krishna with a leaning towards Radharani, and who is devoid of all faults, beginning with the fault of criticizing others. So, the next verse is very, very interesting because, well, the next verse tells the features of surrender. Surrender is not bhakti. Sharanagati is not bhakti. What is it? The gateway or doorway to bhakti. And this is found in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, which is a book by Gopal Bhatta Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So the features of surrender are anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishati vishvasho goptrate varanam tata atmanipeksha karpanye sadvida sharanagati. Who knows this verse? Okay, so let's teach it to everybody else. And everyone has to know it by tomorrow. What, Vasanti? What she said? Oh, Vasanti's raising her hand. Okay, so anukulyasya means favorable. Sankalpa means accepting. Anukulyasya sankalpa. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat it? Anukulyasya. Anukul means favorable. Yasya. Anukulyasya sankalpa. And then pratikulyasya, that which is unfavorable. Varjanam, rejecting. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Rakshishati vishvasho, to believe that Krishna is my only protector. And goptrute varanam tata, and also to accept Krishna as my only maintainer. Goptrute. Atmanipeksha karpanye, to make my will merge with Krishna's will. And then sadvidi sharanagati. Vidi means the kind. Shadvidi, there are 6 kinds of surrender. Huh? Oh, karpanye means to be humble. Humble like that verse. Feeling more worthless than the insignificant grass that's been trampled under everybody's feet. Thank you. And the next one is one of my favorites, text 3. This is all an extension of that verse, Trinadapi Sunichena, which is the verse of this chapter. And one must give up the false identification with the material body. Deha means body, abhiman means identification with. So then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is quoting the Mukunda Mala. And wait till you hear the translation. Idam sariram satasandi jarjanam patatyavashyam parinama peshavam kim aushadam prichati mudha dormate niramayam Krishna rasayanam piba. Gradually, as you get to know more words of more verses, then when you get to another verse that you don't know yet, you have a good chance of figuring it out because they're a combination of other words. Like rasayanam, you'll know from many other places, is nectar. And Krishna you definitely know. And piba means to drink. So before looking at it, I knew that because from other verses. So it's good to know as much as possible to help us know more. Because then, if we're busy with saying verses or remembering passages, then what's going to happen? Maya won't be able to get us. So get this translation. This frail body, not only mine, but everyone's, this frail body, which is made of 5 elements. What are the 5 elements your body is made of? What is your body made of?
Gross stuff.
Like what?
Like blood.
No, that's not the list.
Earth.
That's another group. But when it's 5, it's 5 elements of earth, water, fire, air, ether. And connected by hundreds of joints. Are you hundreds of joints? Is certain to decline. That's what it does. I just went to the dentist and they did a, what do you call that?
X-ray?
Yeah, but it was like a supersonic modern one, which says that I have a degenerated joint. That's going to happen to every single joint. It's going to all degenerate and become broken down and nothing. Connected to hundreds of joints is certain to decline. Consequently, the body consequently, will be burned to ashes or will become food for worms and transformed into excrement. Depending on what religion you are. Well, I'm Christian. Okay, well then I'll get what? Buried. And then I'll be what?
Eaten by worms.
The worms will come in the earth and eat it, and then they'll pass stool. If I'm a Parsi, then my body will be just thrown to the streets, and then it'll be eaten by dogs as well, and other animals, and then again turned into excrement. But if I'm a Hindu, then it'll be burned to ashes. The foolish and wicked mind, you have decorated such a disgusting body. Would you get offended if I called you have a disgusting body? You might. But it's true for everyone. Because you said what it's made of, pus, blood, stool, and urine. So you have a very pussy body, and a bloody body, and a disgusting body. Do you have a disgusting body? Yes. With a senseless attachment. You have decorated the disgusting body with a senseless attachment to it and all the things related to it. The elixir of Sri Krishna Nam is the only powerful medicine, Oshadi, medicinal cure for the disease of material existence. You look sick. You look diseased. You should constantly drink it by incessantly chanting the holy name. It's the only way out of this thing. Somebody last night, remember, in the audience at the event asked, or was it Manjri who said, tell them the way out?
How do we get out?
How do we get out? Then the next verse is very interesting. O Bhagavan, you are situated in the hearts of all living. Now the thing is that in Badger, Gurudev said, so now I'm telling you all these things. If after the class you walk off and talk about something else, then whatever I'm saying will evaporate into the air. But if you're sitting and talking with your friends, God brothers and or God sisters, and you're repeating what was said, it's not being said by me, it's being said by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Gurudev, who wrote the Bhajan Rahasya vritti or commentary. So then it will go into your heart, coming in the ears and then go down. Otherwise it will go like this and like that. O Bhagavan, you are situated in the hearts of all living entities as the supreme benevolent supersoul. That means he's our best friend, always wanting to give us what's best for us. Because of your compassionate nature, you always remain pleasing to everyone, but you cannot be attained by the non-devotees. So what do we want to do? We want to become devotees. If we think that we're already devotees, but we still identify with the body, then that's just false pride. Or if I think I'm Guru, Gurudev was just saying in these last couple of days of classes, that the Guru says, what? You didn't iron my dhoti? Or I want that sweet. I want that nice sweet. Or like me, where's the salt and my lemon? And then text 5, the glory of the virtue, because it's all based on Trinadapi. The glory of the virtue of giving respect to devotees is described also in the Mukunda Mala. Prabhupada used to quote the Mukunda Mala too. If upon hearing kirtan of Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes from the mouths of Guru and Vaishnavas, one's bodily hairs do not stand on end. Erect in ecstasy, his heart does not melt, and tears do not flow from his eyes. Alas, the life of such a wretched person is condemned. How are you, Sudevi? Wretched. Why? Because your hairs aren't standing on end in ecstasy, and your heart is not melting. Is it? Or maybe it is. Then you must be wretched. It's a heavy verse here. Tears do not fall from his eyes. Alas. Then coming to text 6, and it's nice to read this book. Gurudev stresses this as one of the most important books for our advancing, I could say, from Vaidhi Bhakti to Raganuga Bhakti. But I'll say to Vaidhi Bhakti and then to Raganuga Bhakti. So text 6 is about knowledge of Krishna's glories. From the same book. What was the book we're quoting from? Mukunda Mala. Sri Krishna is the Guru of the three worlds, and he protects us. Visvambar, meaning who nourishes the whole universe. He maintains the entire universe in all ways. I think you all have second initiation here. So you know, in the Gora, the Gora Gayatri, he's addressed as Visvambar, Visvambaraya Dhimahi. So Visvambaraya, Aya means what? Unto. Visvambar, he who nourishes and maintains the universe. How? How does Gaur, Lord Chaitanya, nourish and maintain the universe? By giving prem. Particularly, he came to give Unat Ujjvala prem, the highest prem of the gopis, more specifically of the manjaris. So that's how he does it. In the Vidagdha Madhav, either Purnamasi is telling someone or or Vrinda is telling Purnamasi that without that Madhurya Ras, the love of Radha and Krishna and her gopi friends, this universe is useless. Useless. Okay, so he maintains the entire universe in all ways. This world is manifested by Krishna, by his external energy, who is a shadow of who? Huh? Shadow of Yogamaya, who's an expansion of who? Srimati Radhika. That's called Bahiranga Shakti, means the external Shakti. See, just like Bahir means external, outside. So how can I know that? Because I sing to Lord Nrsingadev every day. Bahir Nrsingo, Hridaye Nrsingo. He's outside of everyone, he's inside everyone's heart. So in this way you'll be able to gradually connect the dots and learn more and more things from what you'd already learned. And at the proper time, the entire creation again merges into him, like a spider. Spider weaves its web from its own saliva, then he plays in it for a while, catching all the other bugs, and then he just takes it all in. Unless you get it first. Yeah. Krishna pervades the entire world. Well, that's good, because he's right here. He's everywhere. And the entire world is situated in him. Well, that's also good, because we're inside him. Krishna manifests all wealth and all opulence. If somebody can figure out how to scotch tape this on. We are all Krishna's eternal servants. I offer my respects unto him. And we are going fast because we want to run through the book. Ah, yes, I was hoping it was the same book. I remember Prabhupada singing one kirtan, one bhajan, and I thought I remembered him saying that it's from the bhajana, from the Mukundamala Stotra. And so now I'm seeing it actually. It's in the same line of verses. Let's see, where's the other ones from? That was 35, this is 33. So, me and Vasanti love singing it. Krishna tadiya pada pankaja punjarantam adaiva bisatubim manasaraja hangsa pranaprayana samaye kababata pittai kantabaro dhanabido smaranam kutaste Krishna tadiya padapa kaja panjarantam adaiva bisitubi manasaraja hangsa pranaprayana samaye kababata pittu kantabaro dhanabido. Prabhupada taught us Smaranam, this is Bhajanam, same thing. Kutaste Krishna tadiya padapa gaja panjarantam. So pretty, isn't it? I learned that from Prabhupada. Oh Krishna, my request is that the swan of my mind be confined in the cage of your lotus feet and dwell there in the ocean of ras. This is actually written by a king, King Kulashekar, but it's quoted in that book. At the time of death, the throat, yep, we're reading all about our beautiful bodies, will be choked up with mucus, air, and bile. Like we have, that's what the body's made of. Kapha, pitta, vayu. Mucus, bile, and air, all in hopefully some balance. When it gets out of balance, like we'll have a flu if there's too much kapha. The throat will be choked up with mucus, air, and bile. Under such circumstances, how will it be possible to remember your name? So better let me die now, when I'm in good health, and I can remember you. Let my mind be imprisoned in the cage of your lotus feet, where the ocean of rasa resides. Because otherwise, if I'm going to wait for the natural time of death, I may be so frantic that my throat is choking up. How scary, unless you're a pure devotee. And then text 8. The following 6 verses are from the Jamuna Stotra, which comprise 8 to 13 by the poet Jamunacharya. I am not devoted to Dharma, nor do I have any knowledge of the soul, and my heart has no devotion for your lotus feet. If you have to lament, these are the perfect things to lament for. O protector, being destitute, I take shelter of you. I have no shelter other than you. Do you have any other shelter? You have come as the savior of the fallen to deliver such a wretched fallen soul as me. A pure devotee will think that he's wretched. He doesn't have any qualms about that. You see that in all of our pure acharyas' poetries, kirtans. Even Gurudev says that a lot. Once I was on a walk with Prabhupada, and these disciples of Satchidananda Swami, Prabhupada said he wasn't a Swami. He had this long beard and a lot of followers. And his disciples, a couple of them, were coming every day on Prabhupada's walk. So one of them asked, is Jesus an incarnation? Yes. Is Buddha an incarnation? Yes. Are you an incarnation? No, I'm a servant. Well, not exactly a servant, but I want to be one. I'm your eternal servant, and you are my eternal master. Then the last one we're going to do is text number 9. But what about the one where he spits on the thought? Oh well, we'll get to it sometime. O Prabhu, O Hari, there is no wicked. So here's, this is a chapter of humility, Trinadapi Sunichena, to think myself lower and more insignificant than the grass that's been trampled on by everybody's feet. O Prabhu, O Hari, there's no wicked or sinful activity that I have not performed, and I can definitely say that about me, thousands and thousands of times, and I will suffer for them. O Mukunda, what does Mukunda mean? Mukunda. Can you say that? Da. Put your tongue up there on your palate. Da. That's how to pronounce it. Mukunda. I see that besides you there's no other shelter. I'm constantly crying, praying before you. That's what we have to do, us wretched souls down here. If you so desire, punish me, for you are the ruler of the destitute, this destitute body. You can do whatever you want to me. You're still my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Maya crushes me, just as one crushes a stick of sugar cane. What's happening to you? What's happening to you, Gadagaraja?
Getting
I'm
crushed.
being
Piece of
crushed.
sugar cane.
Like what?
Like a piece of sugar cane.
Is crushed by a stick. Yeah. Maya crushes me just as one crushes a stick of sugar cane. Yeah, that's how you make the juice. Crush it under this wheel. My tearful request. That's when our request gets listened to. When it's tearful. Prabhupada once said that Krishna starts listening and we make real advancement when we're crying 24 hours. My tearful request to you is to please purify this destitute person by punishing him. Wow. Since you give liberation to the jivas, one of your names is Mukunda. Therefore, please liberate me from these sins and bestow upon me service to your lotus feet. Punish me, then get me out of the whole thing by giving me service to your lotus feet. Well, all these verses are like that. I am disrespectful, vile, fickle-minded, full of envy, ungrateful, dependent on others, cruel and most sinful. In this condition, how can I cross the impassable ocean of material existence and attain the service of your lotus feet? You'll find this mood in many of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's kirtans. So I'm the most this, that, and that. So now I'm putting this is the story of my life, I'm putting it at your feet for you to do something with it. How are you, Gadagaraja?
Wicked, vile,
What?
full of envy, vile, wicked,
Are you respectful?
no, ungrateful.
Can you do things for yourself?
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
No, I mean you're dependent on others
Yeah.
to do things that you want to do.
Mm.
Are you cruel?
Mhm.
Cruel and sinful?
Yeah.
So in this condition, how can I pass through the impassable ocean of material existence and attain the service of your lotus feet? Remember we saw that in the Shringa movie? We saw Prahlad, and he was crying that I'm so lonely in this world. Not because I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but because I'm not seeing you. And that's when the Lord came to him. Okay, we'll end here and see if there's any question. Anybody have any questions?
Well, I have one, but about the crying. Can you hear me? Okay. I had one about, am I understanding it right? Like, sometimes in the practice we'll feel some tears and we'll start to flow. And I'm starting to think that that's the tears that like the lizard, like I'm upset. I'm seeing my
Crocodile
darkness.
tears?
I'm seeing I could help him. I'm seeing all the mistakes. He's saying, oh, you're a good brother, but I'm seeing, oh, I made another offense. And so that's when Shivananda said, well, suck it up and put it in service, because the real tears would be like, oh my God, look at the pleasure of Krishna, and finally he's happy and like that. But these other tears are the hurt of like, no matter how polite he'll be to me, my mind goes, again I made another offense, and so you start to get sad and thankful that, oh, well, look at this abundance of love you still get, while you see with your magnifying glass, you're in a constant offender. So the tears come because you go,
How
you're a little happy,
kind.
like, hey, what? This is nice that these people even like, and they say, I don't even recognize it, but you'll recognize it.
Yeah, so that's good on one hand, to think I'm this and that, but not to wallow in it.
Right.
To do it through the kirtans, and then we get the mercy of whoever wrote the song. Because we're asking that, may your moods come into me as I'm singing your song. So both, good. That's good to have tears of appreciation of how you're being loved by the devotees, despite what you think you are. Any other question?
Yeah, I can ask one question. Maybe it's going to divert a little bit, but I hear Prabhupada say that the spiritual world, time is conspicuous by its absence. Yet we hear in this Bhajan Rahasya that Krishna's going on, Radhika, they're going on according to some schedule. It's kind of an age-old question, but I'm just curious what you have to say to that. How do we understand the Astakali Leela even though there's no time?
Yeah, there's only so for those who haven't heard on the live stream, Kadagraja is asking, we hear that time is conspicuous by its absence in the spiritual world. There's no time past, present, and future. So how do we understand that Krishna's pastimes during the course of the day seem to go on in some kind of schedule? So, yes, there's no time past, present, and future. There's only an eternal ever-presence. But that eternal ever-present time is always new and fresh. So it's seen always in different ways. So this Astakaliya Leela is what comes to us is just an outline. It actually can manifest, in many different ways, because it's always fresh and new. But just to give us, down here on earth, a general outline. Like Krishna does Radharani does go and cook at Krishna's house in the morning, but it always happens in new ways. Otherwise they would get tired of it. It's the same old thing. But it's always new and fresh, and always new and fresh things happen. Does that answer it?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Any last question? Santi, you want to say anything? Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora. Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Premanandi. Panchakalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo